Good afternoon, everyone. On this August 19th of 2021, I'm Mayor Diana Broderson, and welcome to our city. We're so glad to have you join us today. We have a great show lined up. I just have a couple of quick announcements. First of all, the ice cream social is back. So many people missed it last year, or well, we had to do a lot of things different last year. But it's going to be back on Sunday, this coming Sunday from 1 to 4 at the Muscatine Art Center. Cruisin' is going to be there playing music for us from 1:30 to 3:30. Also, there's going to be sculptors there that you can talk to and ask questions. And then there's going to be a family bike ride. So you're not going to want to miss the fun. It looks like the weather is going to be great. So come on out if you can and join everyone for the ice cream social. And secondly, I got to touch on the vaccines just a titch. So far, we have 5,506 cases in Muscatine County with 81 new since last Wednesday. It's troubling how things kind of are shooting back up, and they tell us the best way to deal with that is for us to make sure that we get vaccinated. So as of yesterday, August 18th, 59% of the people in Muscatine have gotten a vaccine. 20% of the people aren't fully vaccinated, and 21% of them are under the age of 12 and aren't eligible to. So that tells us we've got more work to do. So folks, get out and get vaccinated. If you have questions, give me a call. I'd be happy to steer you. I don't know all the answers, I can tell you that, but I can steer you to people who do. So if you have some questions, give me a call. Otherwise, see what we can do to continue getting more people vaccinated. It was so scary when I listened to the news this morning and heard that a young man in his 20s died last night in Rock Island from corona with no underlying health conditions. That's scary stuff, folks. So let's see what we can do and keep everybody safe. We have a great opportunity coming up for families in Muscatine outside. So that makes it a lot more safe, and that's the community block party. And we have Michelle Berns. I almost said Broderson. I got to watch myself. I've been on some kind of a kick with that lately. And she's here with us from Muscatine County Conservation, going to talk to us about the block party. Welcome, Michelle.
Hello.
How are you today?
Wonderful. How are you?
I'm good. You know, I can't believe the block party is going to be here in no time. And that's another thing we didn't get to have last year.
Exactly.
I love having it at, I was telling somebody the other day that it started out at Cedar Parks and Cedar Hills. And then it was at the Y parking lot for a while. And now it's found a home over at your facility there outside on the grass by the awning of the shelter, and the restrooms are right there. And I think it's such a perfect venue.
Yes, I do too. It's a good way to get people over here and outside, like you were saying, to be able to see what we have. As a community, we have a lot of resources, and so having the block party is a good way for all of those to come together.
It really is. And what I love about the block party is that it truly is, we talk about collaborative things. The block party really is a collaborative event. The Crossroads is letting us park there, and they made the flyer for us, and you guys are hosting it there at your venue, and the Y has been helped organizing and putting together all the planning, but then the whole community comes together to attend and provide some activities and fun for all.
Oh, look, there's me.
Oh, there you are with your animals. You're going to bring out live animals again this year?
We are going to have the live animals out again for everybody to take a look at. And I think we've got a little snake here.
Looks like it. Is he brown?
Tajika, our fox snake. But the really cool thing is that the nature center will be open too, so everybody can come in and take a look at all of the different exhibits that we have. And even if we don't have an animal that's outside right then, they can still come in and see what we have to offer inside. So, normally we're not open at night, And so maybe this is going to be a good opportunity for some folks to come out and check us out with some night hours as well.
Sure, because some people might not have a good opportunity to get there during the day or on weekends. Maybe they go somewhere else on the weekends and work during the day. So you're right, this is a good chance. And I love the exhibits.
Me too. I'm biased though.
Well, it's fun walking through them, and they're informational. So it's not
Right.
like you're looking at stuff and really don't know what you're looking at.
Exactly. Yep.
I think that's a big help. So the block party is going to be held when? Do you have all the data there on it?
Yes, it is September 10th. That's a Friday night from 5:30 to 7:30. And we will have lots of activities in the parking lot. As you mentioned before, there's going to be hot dogs provided by Hy-Vee. All of the different resources, our community resources that we have out here, are going to be either having a game or an activity or a craft. And the theme this year is reduce, reuse, recycle. So that's probably something that we all need to think about every single day, all year long. But a lot of the activities that that the resources are going to be focusing on are going to be all related to that. So that'll be fun.
I love that. I think it's so much fun each year when we have our planning meeting to come up with what the theme is going to be. And every year, I think it's the best one yet.
I think so too.
It just seems to be like that. It's so fun. And this one, it couldn't be more pertinent than it is right now. The waste that's going on, and really trying to teach our youth, who actually are doing much better than we are.
Absolutely.
With reducing and reusing and recycling. I'm terrible with leaving the water running sometimes while I'm doing stuff. And if there's ever a kid around, they're always saying, turn the water off, turn the water off. And so I've tried to do a better job with that. But, I think even as we still have a long way to go, we're teaching our youth a better way.
Absolutely.
So we are making roads there, that's for sure.
For sure.
And trying to get away too from the bottled water. And I'm a guilty person in that way too. But getting away from the bottled water, when you see those, there you go. When you see those.
Always.
Plus you can have ice in it,
and it makes it so much better when there's ice in it.
I know. But when you see those pictures of the oceans with plastic bottled water, it literally breaks your heart.
It breaks your heart. But the other thing that we need to remember too is that we are so far removed from the situation that it's not right here all the time, like those other people that live in those countries that see it all the time. I mean, could you even imagine? We need to have those pictures in our faces all the time so that maybe we will start to make a big difference.
That's right. That's right. And, some of the things that we do see around here are, animals that are stuck in plastic, from things that weren't recycled, appropriately. And we are fortunate in the city of Muscatine that we do have the recycling program. And if you do nothing else, sort your garbage and throw in. I mean, you don't even have to break it down by glass and plastic, but you have one container that it all goes in. How easy is that? But,
that's amazing.
But I know people who don't still, and they just throw everything away. And I think, oh, that's just a baby step that we can all make so easily.
It is. Yep. It sure is.
And, trying to focus on different ways. And I know MPW works with you guys, as you're trying to do different things to create awareness from this. The transfer station always is working on different things. And John Cook, certainly with the Water Resource and Recovery Center, has been really working, or facility has been doing a lot these days on trying to teach us all of these things. And every little thing, even if you can't, sometimes it seems like such a daunting task that we're never going to make inroads on. But if we all do those couple of little things, I think it makes a difference, don't you?
I do. Yep, because especially if you as a parent are doing these things, you're going to make an impact on your children. And that's going to be something that they're going to grow up with. If your children see you littering, they're going to think it's okay and they're going to litter. I mean, most of these bad habits, where do they come from?
True, true.
So yeah, be a role model for your kids. Even if you don't have kids, be a role model for the school kids down the street.
You know, I always talk about that when, you know, when it comes to modeling, when I'm talking about volunteering or giving back. You know, I try to talk to people about your kids need to see you volunteering in your community, you know, ringing the bells at Salvation Army, you know, collecting canned foods for the food pantry. Your kids need to see you giving financially to others, you know, dropping money in the red kettle or dropping money in the different things around the community as they're raising for the Humane Society or whoever it is. Because you're right, that puts a picture in their mind. And
Absolutely.
then that's going to carry on for them. They're those little eyes are watching us all the time, aren't they?
They sure are.
Sucking it in. So one thing that I always like to share about the block party is that every single thing is free there. Nobody's going to sell you anything. Nobody's going to try to get you to sign up for anything. It's just an evening of family fun at no cost, provided by all of these wonderful organizations.
Absolutely.
What are some of the activities? Could you help us hear some of those?
Sure. So there is going to be some water bottle bowling with Families Inc. Muscatine Power and Water is going to be here with the lift bucket, the trucks. You said you confirmed that right before we started, so that's pretty cool. The library is going to be here with their big blue blocks.
Oh, love those.
Yeah, and then New Horizons, they're going to have their big yard games like Jenga bags, Operation, and then photo opportunities. Excuse me. We're actually going to have B100 here as our EMCs. So that'll be cool to have some representation showing off our great community and the things that we do here in the Quad Cities. We're going to have some recycling activities from John at the water resource. Okay, how's that go?
Facility. John has 1,000 acronyms. We always teach.
Yeah.
And Mork, he has Mork, Muscatine Organic Recycling Center, I believe.
You've got them down. The police department is going to be here with their hidden trailer. So things that what the, you know, it looks like a normal teenager's room to us, but there's other signs in there. That's
so important for parents to see, I think.
I think so too. There's going to be lots of crafts, egg carton creatures with life connections, some recycling crafts, ECIMC is going to be doing a paper flower craft.
Fun.
As of right now, we have snow cones, so that's good. Everybody likes snow cones. Bouncy houses.
We have confirmed the Salvation Army one. We have not heard back. We haven't got confirmation on the other one yet. But
okay, well,
Salvation Army. So there you go. I love it too. It's so cute.
Papa Murphy's is going to be here with their cookie dough.
That's true.
I sometimes eat their cookie dough and go there and get it, and for the whole purpose of not cooking it, but just to eat it. So that's really exciting, right?
Yeah.
Public Health is going to be here with their spin art. If you were at the Muscatine County Fair, I know my kids did this and they absolutely loved it. They had this little box and then you drop some paint, different color paints in, and it spins around and it makes really cool little pictures. So they're going to bring that. Power and Water also be bringing their energy bike. And if you remember, years and years and years, it was here at the Nature Center. And I don't know how many years it's been now, at least 6 or 7 years that they've been doing it off on their own activities.
It's
so
hard work.
that's kind of cool.
It's hard work to lie. It takes a lot of energy.
It does. It does take a lot of energy to pedal up. Sure does. I'm sure I forgot somebody.
Oh yeah, but there's so many.
We've got more people that are still, registrations are coming in. The really cool thing is, like you said, it's all free. And also, all of these organizations donate a basket. And then all of those people, as they come, they get a little raffle ticket with a number. And then those baskets are drawn out for people to take things home. They're really cool little things. I know they've had
love it.
game baskets before, or like baking baskets, you know, go and bake with your kids, cookies and cakes and things like that. But a lot of times it has to do with whatever they, you know, whatever their organization is. For example, we always do like either canoeing or a camping gift certificate, because that's what we have here, lots of outdoor recreation activities. And so you get a chance to win all those different prizes as well. So yeah, it is a fun-filled night, free. You get served supper,
hot dogs, chips,
popcorn, and snow cones, cookie dough. That's right.
Salvation Army said they're going to come and bring their refrigerated truck and hand out bottles of water.
Oh, that'll be good.
Even though we don't want to do bottles right now, bottles are pretty much okay because they're more sanitary and safe for everyone.
Right. We've had to make some exceptions for all of that stuff.
Yeah. Usually we do lemonade, but you know, you want to keep everything as sanitary as you can right now. And with it being outside, that's going to keep everybody more safe as well. Because you can distance.
Yep.
And if people want little extra added protection, they could even wear a mask, right?
Absolutely.
Yep. And I'm sure everybody will be doing hand sanitizer, doing those kinds of things, even though if you're going to be handling animals, I'd be using hand sanitizer anyway.
Well, afterwards.
So you're going to bring some outside, but the rest will be inside for the animals?
Yeah, you know, it depends. Sometimes we have a couple volunteers that help us out. We usually have to have one person that stays inside to answer questions. So we're working on maybe getting a couple volunteers that can walk around outside with some of the animals. If nothing else, to draw people inside, because they might not know that we're open for walkthrough. Who knows, if it's really hot out, people are going to want to come in because we're going to have the AC down. So, you know, that'll be nice to cool down a little bit. I think we've had a few years where it's been warm, and it's been nice to be able to come in here that have that opportunity.
And one year it was raining.
And this year we made the decision that we were going to call it like soccer. Okay. Which I never heard before. Do you remember that? Because with the rain is one thing, lightning and all of that other weather is stuff that we cannot have people outside for. So if there's lightning, then we will have to cancel the event, but we're going to hope for great weather.
Yes, we definitely are. And oh my goodness, I can't believe how quickly it's going to be here.
I know my kids start school next week. I don't even know what to think about that.
I know, it's crazy. What is it? It's 2 weeks from Friday. Or
oh my God.
Friday. Wait, it's 3 weeks from tomorrow.
Wow.
3 weeks from tomorrow. And it's the 11th annual. It should be the 12th, but since we didn't have it last year, it's still the 11th. Well, I thank you guys so much for providing the space to do this. You know, I know even though it's such a collaborative event with everybody taking care of their own area, there's still work to do.
Yeah, and we thank you so much for having everybody turn their registrations back into you and keeping track of that stuff, because that helps us out a lot. We have lots of space here, but we are so thankful that
you're on mute. You switched to mute.
There we go.
I don't know why it does that. Every once in a while I've noticed that.
I might have hit something, maybe.
Yeah, who knows? No, I'm happy to do that. You know, it's kind of like at your own home. If people say, well, we want to get together. Can we do it at your house? But I'll do all the work. There's still work on, just having it.
Oh, sure. That's the best kind. We can use my space. You just do all the work.
There you go. There you go. Well, I'm looking forward to it. I know the community is too. More and more organizations and businesses are signing up each day. So there'll be more to come, and watch Facebook and listen around for any updates that are happening. And thanks.
And what's the name of our Facebook page where we have all those updates?
That's a good, it's an
community.
Is it Muscatine Community Block Party? Something like that.
Let's just do a little.
Yeah,
search.
let's just find it. You're
Muscatine
good at that. Muscatine family. Jamie Cruz from New Horizons, talking about it being a collaborative event. She puts everything up for everybody all the time.
It's called Community Block Party.
There we go.
Yeah, so go to Facebook, search for Community Block Party, and then like the page so that you can be up to date with all of the comings and goings, who's going to be here, any announcements that we have. We're always putting that information on there about each community resource, just a few sentences that describe what they're there for in our community. So it's going to be a good one.
And if the weather is dicey that day, that'd be the place to watch too, in case any changes need to be made.
Yep.
Perfect. Well, you guys over at Muscatine County Conservation, you guys got to have a long name. Muscatine Environmental Learning Center Discovery Park by Muscatine County Conservation. You should learn from John Cook and do some acronyms.
Well, we do have the Environmental Learning Center. We say ELC.
Okay.
It's sort of our internal acronyms.
Okay.
Discovery Park is DP.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Deep Lakes Park is DLP.
Okay.
Salisbury, SBRA, Salisbury Bridge Recreation Area. We have our own acronyms.
I see that.
Yeah.
As we were, you and I've been working on putting together the next event, which is going to be a Halloween event. And that's another one that was like Salisbury Bridge Recreation Area Main Campground.
Yes, we're still working on that. We've got some flyers to just put a little bit more insight in on, and then hopefully we'll get that out. But we should announce it here. I don't think it's been announced anywhere publicly.
I don't think it's so. It has. I don't think it has either. So October 22nd at Salisbury Bridge Campground. The 24 sites and some extras are all going to be decorated for a drive-through, no touch event.
Yep.
So no contact event. So the kiddos will get a bag of goodies when they come, and we're asking for a donation there, though. Only asking, voluntary.
Yes.
And what would the money go for?
Well, so just a little bit of background. Last year, we were not able to have our Halloween hike like we normally do. The Halloween hike is an educational, non-scary event for families, all ages, where they go around to different characters on our trail, and they learn about the animals, whatever the theme is. So it might be predator or prey, or animal champions, or plants, or whatever it happens to be. And you've been a character in there several times, and it is really fun. I've been a character. And so we could not do that last year, of course, because of COVID. You guys couldn't do your Halloween at the Y because of COVID. And so we did this drive-through, and we thought that it would be a great idea to collaborate on something that we both offer. So we're going to do another drive-through. The money is going to be, we just have a suggested donation of $10 per car. And that money is going to be split evenly between the food pantry at MCSA, and then the Muscatine Humane Society. We'll also take some donations if people wanted to donate ahead of time. But that way, we had no idea what to expect last year, and we were completely blown out of the water by the support from the community. And it was, I think, just what the community needed. So I think that the collaboration between the Y and the community County Conservation Board is going to be a really great event. So
I do too. I'm really looking forward to it. And you know, it's something that families can do safely.
yes.
So they can drive up and you know, they can give a donation if they choose. If that's a burden for them, please don't do it. You know, do not burden your family with that. And then we'll hand a bag to all the kiddos in the car and they can just drive around and enjoy it.
Yes, the first 500 kids ages 2 to 12 will have a bag full of goodies. So you guys are going to be able to help us out with a lot of that, sponsor from the businesses that help out normally with Halloween at the Y. So we're excited to be able to collaborate with some of the community members that we don't normally work with to build those partnerships.
Yep.
And I think it's going to be really cool.
I do too. I'm really looking forward to it. And you know, last year everything just had to be canceled, but I think we are learning how to carry on in spite of what's going on around us, and learning what we can safely do and what we can't safely do, and but not having to cancel it, but modify it.
Exactly.
So the block party is an outside event. We can hold that. Halloween at the Y, inside packed, not so much. Better look for something else, you know. But I love it that we can still get out and be able to do things like this. I think it's going to be much more healthy for everyone.
And I think, you know, it really kind of gets back to the roots. I remember when I was a kid, and a lot of people say this too, you know, think about Christmas and driving around and looking at the Christmas decorations. And some people do that for Halloween too. So, you know, creating those memories with your family. And, you know, we had a lot of people that could come out for the drive-through that we could not have come through our walk-through. You know, so it's more, I think, availability as well.
Oh, sure.
On a chance to serve more people, and also different backgrounds. So I'm excited.
You don't have to have kids.
No.
An elderly couple can go right through there just like anybody else. And even if they struggle with mobility, you're right. They might not be able to do the Halloween hike. They wouldn't probably do Halloween at the Y, but this would be something they could still enjoy.
Exactly.
Yep. Fill your car up, even invite your neighbors.
Yeah.
Well, except for we're trying to be careful about being around other people, but so use your head when you're making those decisions. But certainly there's a lot of different opportunities. Oh goodness, is that Betty Smith?
Yes,
Or,
Betty.
yeah, Betty's
been a character for years and years and years and years. So yeah, we have a sort of a reciprocal relationship. We do programs with her. She comes over and does programs with us. And that's another thing too that we didn't mention. We're going to have people dressed up in some of our costumes that we've used over the last several years. So don't be surprised if you're just looking at decorated sites and somebody wanders out and is a mountain lion or an owl, or there's a snake wriggling on the ground.
I love it.
Full-size adult snake, a human snake, I guess.
Human.
But yeah, all of our costumes will be able to utilize too. And you know, if anybody wants to volunteer, or if anybody wants to sign up, we are still working on the registration process, and I thank you for that so much again.
Oh yeah.
But it is just shoot either me or you an email, and we'll maybe have a just sort of a tentative list scheduling that we can just send some emails out to you, flyers, when we get things a little bit more finalized.
I love it. I talked to one of our local banks just this week about both of these projects to see if they were interested in being involved. So it'll be fun. My favorite character that I watched Betty Collins do was her, and I believe it was her daughter, were jellyfish.
Oh, yes.
I loved the jellyfish.
That was a long time ago. Yes, we made those out of clear umbrellas, and put streamers on them, and they were amazing. I think my favorite Betty Collins, well, it's probably a toss-up between the extinct passenger pigeon and the decomposing bacteria. I don't remember exactly what she was, but it was the food chain. So we're talking about the different levels, and she was the decomposing part of that. So yeah.
Oh, I loved
She,
the one you and Charlie did one year too. You were the very last one, I think, of the walk that night. And
the
so
tick
when,
and the mosquito.
yes, the tick and the mosquito. So after I got done doing mine and the last group had went through, then I followed the last group around and got to see yours. Yes, the tick and the mosquito. That one was really good.
It's so fun. I don't pretend to be famous in Hollywood or anything like that, but I don't know. There's something about putting on an animal costume and reading a script or having it memorized, and you sort of really get into your
Oh,
your
you do.
character.
You do. I've
There's
done it.
Betty with her
Yeah. What is she there?
passenger pigeon, the
Yes.
extinct passenger pigeon.
That was the year we had to do it inside because it was bad weather.
I think that was outside.
Was that one outside?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because we had her sit right in front of the cemetery.
All right. I did the year I was
2014. Oh my gosh.
I'm trying to think of what I was thinking of the one. Oh, it was the one when we got rained out and we had to go inside. And Hallie, granddaughter Hallie I was the tadpole and she was a frog.
Yeah, was that
Can't remember what year that was.
17, 18?
Maybe.
Time is sure flying.
Oh, I know. I know. They're just so much fun. And I think all of us have just as much fun or more as the kids. I don't know who that is. Do you? Is that Amy Bakke?
No.
Hmm.
Hannah Howard.
Hannah Howard. Yep. She's a beaver. That's right. Fun.
Yep.
So much fun.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll have more on the Halloween event as it gets closer, as we get through the September event.
Yes. Yep.
Yes.
We're working on it behind the scenes here.
Now you guys have a couple of other things coming up though too, don't you? What's the Monarch tagging?
Well, do you remember when we did Monarchs a few years back on your show?
Yes.
And we let the Monarch go to Mexico?
I do. Yep.
So we do Monarchs every single year, and that's sort of I love Monarchs.
Yes.
Spiel. But we've been tagging them here through a citizen scientist program called Monarch Watch. And it's something we do every single year. We couldn't do it last year, but we have caterpillars right now that you can take home and you can raise. But the program is on September 18th, and it is here at the Environmental Learning Center, 1 o'clock. I think I did put something on Facebook.
I thought I saw something, yes.
And so we'll do our normal sort of, this is why we tag, and then we will go out and everybody will go out with clipboards and their sheets and their data sheets and butterfly nets and try to catch wild butterflies and tag them as they're on their way to Mexico. So, the really cool thing about us raising monarchs here, we use the monarchs for education purposes in the aspect that I believe, and a lot of other people believe, that students learn more or they retain more information, science information, if you use live animals. And so the fact that we can let those butterflies go with the kids, that's a memory that they remember forever. And if you can get them interested and you can make that sort of like initial spark, holding a monarch butterfly in your hand for the first time, it leaves a lasting memory. And, you know, we talk about like helping the planet, helping our earth. You have to get people excited about something. And so we use the monarch as that way to get people excited about something.
I think you're so right. You know, the kids, look at you and Dave. The kids have so much, they so much more retention when they do it and they hold them, and you're right, they're going to remember that forever. But if they just read about it in a book, it might be a
Exactly.
different story.
Yep. So if we raise these monarch caterpillars all year, or all monarch season, I should say, I'm gonna put them right up there so you can see.
Oh yeah, I see them.
We have a continual supply of these monarch caterpillars that we're raising in our nature center. Anytime somebody comes in, we can do a little spiel, little education spiel, even if it's only 3 minutes of us talking to them on why we are raising monarchs in our nature center. And then also we have these monarch butterflies that are coming out continuously. We have visitors come in and we say, hey, do you want to go out by the flagpole and in the flower garden and let some monarch butterflies go?
Oh,
who doesn't want to do that,
of
right?
course.
And that makes a spark.
Yep.
And monarchs are just great at that. They're just, I just absolutely love monarchs.
Yep. And you know, all of those things that you're talking about, you can just see how important you don't just, you're not just doing this for a job, you really mean it, and it really does mean a lot to you. And that's the way with everybody on you guys' team out there. You know, Muscatine County is so fortunate to have you guys all there. You, Dave Bakke, Jill, you know, Kurt, all of you, you know, working together are so dedicated. And it really is a blessing for all of us.
Thank you. We appreciate
a lot of children and families. A lot. It's not just, you know.
And I think it makes a difference. I mean, if you don't care, then what are you doing?
It's true.
You know?
It's true. Yeah. Very good. Okay, one other thing I know we wanted to talk about, that's the Saturday mornings with nature that you're doing once a month coming up.
That is a new thing that we're going to try. You know, it's I'm going on almost 15 years.
Oh my goodness.
And so we've done these programs where we are, you know, they're like for our little kids, our polywog playtime, so 18 months to 3 years, or we have our knee-high naturalist program, 4 to 5 years. We specialize in different age groups. But this is one thing that I thought this might be kind of cool if we just have a family program, and instead of like maybe focusing on those 18 to 3-year-olds, 18 months to 3-year-olds, or 4 to 5-year-olds, or kindergartners, or whatever, let's make it a whole family so that we don't have to leave anybody behind.
Yeah.
And so we are going to do these Saturday mornings with nature, different programs. We have 4 set up right now. And September, of course, is going to be butterflies, because it's all about butterflies for me, with the monarchs.
It's the same day as the tagging.
It is the same day.
Yes.
We try to put everything in together because for whatever reason, August and September, it's like Dave and I are here every single weekend for different things that are going on.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we're really, really excited about this new program that we're going to offer. And it's going to be a program, hopefully, that's going to be safe, whether we have like big COVID numbers or small COVID number or whatever's going on with COVID, because it's going to be 4 or 5 families. We're going to be outside. We're going to take a hike every single time for the different topics. And it's going to be a time where families can spend time in nature together, which is very, very important. I know my kids, if they don't have outside time, it's a rough night. I know that outside time is so important for kids. And some parents, they're not necessarily outside people. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean that maybe they didn't grow up on a farm like I did, or grow up outside, or grow up with, a family dad who fishes and hunts and does all that stuff. Maybe they didn't have those experiences, so they're not quite as comfortable outside, but they still want their kids to learn some things about nature, be comfortable with that, and they want to learn too. So I'm really hoping that these family Saturday mornings with nature are going to be really, really cool. And we'll see how they go. I'm always trying something new to see what's going on. And so we'll do butterflies, we'll do fall, we'll do turkeys. And then in December, we'll do winter is coming. So maybe we'll have some snow, even though I don't like that word, that we can hike through. But even in the middle of winter, nature is absolutely beautiful. So I don't like snow, I don't like cold, but nature makes me.
I love the snow. I love the snow. I'm always looking for fall is my favorite season. I just love looking forward to everything that's coming.
There's a lot of family things that happen in the fall, but it's cold and it's
But
dark.
it's fun to wear a hoodie and jeans and a jacket.
That's my thing. I think I could deal with winter a lot better if we had light. When it gets dark at 4:30.
True.
Ugh.
Yep, that's true. Well, I'm so glad you joined us today, Michelle, talking about all the fun things for families coming up. And oh my goodness, if you talked about from now till December, we could just keep going on till nighttime. So
I think so.
We got a lot of things in the works, and it's so fun that you and I both are fortunate enough to do things that we get to spend time helping families enjoy life and learn and spend time together, and it's a good thing.
Absolutely.
All right. Anything we forgot that you wanted to mention today?
The Nature Center is open 7 days a week, 8 to 4:30, Monday through Friday, Saturday and Sunday, 12 to 4. We have caterpillars that we're giving away. It comes in this little cup, and as long as you have fresh milkweed, you can come and get a couple caterpillars to raise, and then they will hatch, or they will eclose. That's what it's called when they come out of their chrysalis, and then you let the butterflies go. But it's a process that you can watch with the kids, the grandkids. Even if you want to do it and you don't have kids, I will give you a cup of caterpillars. So
stop into the Nature Center and pick one up.
Yep, absolutely free.
Sounds perfect. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Michelle, and thanks to all of you for joining us. We hope you learned a few things about some upcoming events that we have going on right here in Muscatine for everyone. As always, we hope you can join in on some of these. Most, if not all, are free of charge. There might be a small token fee for some of them as a donation, or just to cover the cost of supplies and those kinds of things. So please check the Muscatine County Conservation Facebook page or website. Same goes for the community block party. We do have a Muscatine City Council meeting tonight. We'd welcome you to join us either virtually or live. You can come and you can find all of the information on how to log on if you want to do virtual on the agenda on the city's website. Next week is the last meeting in October for our show. Can't even believe that it's the end of August, or not October, August. I'm talking about October for Halloween. Next week is the last week of August for our show. So as you know, on the last one of the month, we always have Councilwoman Peggy Gordon and Councilwoman Nadine Brockert come and join us and talk about the Grandview Revitalization Project and give us an update. So that's what's on the hook for next week. We want to thank Michelle Berns for being our guest today, and thank her and her whole team at Muscatine County Conservation for all they do right here in Muscatine County. Thanks to all of you, and we hope to see you here next week on Our City.